What brings you to Texas Frightmare Weekend?
I happen to just recently have moved to Dallas. So
Really?
my wife and I, we came here during the Dallas series. I'm from Dallas originally, born and raised here. And I left in '77 to move to LA, and so it's really great to be home. And when they called to ask if I could make it to Dallas, I said, actually, that'll be very easy because I'm already in Dallas. So,
Very perfect.
yeah, we have a house about 30 minutes away.
Can you tell me a little bit about your favorite projects you've worked on?
My favorite, both of them were war films. I did a movie in 1988 called 84 Charlie Mopic, which a very small number of people saw this film. Thankfully, Siskel and Ebert, Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert, gave it 2 thumbs up, said it was the best Vietnam film ever made.
Wow.
And a real honor to be a part of that. Patrick Duncan wrote and directed it. An indie film about a 6-man recon team journeying through the central highlands of Vietnam in 1969. And then another war film I did in 2001 called Black Hawk Down, which was directed by Ridley Scott, and a wonderful, powerful war drama. The reason these were my favorite films is because both of them de-glamorized the experience of war. War is an ugly thing, and it really allowed the audience to experience the ugliness of it. I'm really honored to have been a part of both those films. Well, you know, my favorite project overall in my whole career was hands down 24.
Really?
I mean, bar none. And the man that I was blessed to play in the television series, Aaron Pierce, was really the closest thing to my own personality that I've ever been asked to play.
Really?
The only real difference is Aaron had a little more of a southern accent, spoke a little more like this than I do, and he also had an earpiece. In fact, there was a point in time where I was wearing that earpiece so often that my wife insisted that I wear it in bed in order to be able to identify that it was in fact me. I am joking,
Okay,
but it was
good.
it was a great show.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about playing that character is he was a guy that came from his heart, and he was all about honor and integrity and loyalty and honesty and the power of the spoken word, all of those things.
Yeah.
Which I don't know that they're as much a part of our modern day society as I wish they were. I'm very, very old fashioned in terms of my values, and to see people that come up, and when they come up, honest to God, they seldom want a handshake. They almost always want a hug. And so, and it really, I get very emotional. I'm so touched by that, that not just in this country, but it's globally successful, that show. So anywhere my wife and I travel, we are greeted with open arms and big hugs. I'll never forget, if I can tell you a real fast story. We were in Bulgaria about 7 years ago doing a film called Behind Enemy Lines 2. And we landed in Sofia, Bulgaria, and when I got out of the plane, walked into the airport, there was a man who easily weighed 400 pounds, probably closer to 500, massive man. And he looked over, and obviously they don't speak English there.
Yeah.
He looked over, recognized me, just opened his arms and went, Aaron, like that, and came running and threw his arms around me. And all I could say is, I was just, in that moment, it was like, thank you, God, for this experience of being so well received around the world. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I feel very, very fortunate.
Oh, of course. And can we expect Agent Pierce to be making an appearance in the soon, or hopefully to be announced, 24 movie?
You know, we've been trying to get it done the last couple of years, and there's been some sort of hitch in the giddy up, I suppose. They were not able to get a script ready in terms of, or in time to catch Kiefer's window, because he has that one annual window. He's doing Touch for Fox right now. And if they miss that, then it rolls over automatically to the next year. They were looking to do it last year. They didn't catch the window, and I don't know what the delay was this year. I really just don't have information on it. I hope we do it. I hope I'm a part of it. What more can I say? We've got our fingers crossed, because we love doing the show and the fans love it.
Oh, yeah.
So.
We had to ask for the fans, of course. Can you tell us a little bit about any future projects coming up that you'd like to talk about?
Sure. I've got a running role on the series Dallas now, which shoots right here on location in Dallas. playing the Ewing family attorney, and we just got picked up for another season,
Wow,
so we're
cool.
off to season 3, which is
Yeah.
exciting. And also just finished shooting a movie here this year that my wife and I executive produced.
Oh,
A film called Flutter. And it's a wonderful movie based on a true story of a young boy in Central Texas who has a condition nystagmus, which is when the eyes flutter back and forth, if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
And we just finished the film, so now we're going out to find a distributor for it. When I'm not filming something, though, I travel extensively as a motivational speaker, and truly, that is the love of my life. I enjoy being a part of the facilitation of any kind of a breakthrough in someone's personal life where they have an aha moment, and from that moment forward, things get better for them, whether it's an increase in health, better life choices, their marriage or relationship gets better. I like to be there helping people because I love people.
Can you talk a little bit about where people can see your motivational speeches, or when that happens?
I have let me, if I may, I want to give a website, which
go
is
ahead.
glensmile.com, or an easier way to remember it because there's no apostrophe is Glenn with 2 N's. You can see it right there, Glenn with 2 N's, and then smile, glensmile.com. It is devoted to the program, which is called The Extra Mile, and also glenmorshower.com is my other website.
Okay.
And I've got a calendar there, and I speak all over the world,
Awesome.
and pretty often.
Yeah.